This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the afternoon show presented by ESEN. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Jay McLovin. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Man, I'm doing good. It's a beautiful sunny day out here, man. And man, it's nice. It's nice. Not as good for the Astros, though. We're 2-3. Lost to the damn Giants. Oh, God. I don't know. It's typical, I think, Astros slow start, Tony and Gonzo. Off to a slow start. We'll see.
Well, the Reds had that first game against Texas. We scored like 14 runs, and now we can't score. They beat us, was it, I think, 1-0 yesterday, and we're down 1-0 right now in the seventh inning.
How does that make you feel? You know, we were talking about surprise teams and things like that. I mean, you know, I know it's a long season, but how do you feel about? I mean, you've seen at least I know about a handful of games. I've said about a handful of games. How do you feel about your team right now? Do you still feel like, you know, they're just working out some kinks, or you're good to go?
Our pitching has looked really good, other than one bad bullpen outing. Our pitching's been fantastic. Our starting pitching's been really good. We just got to get the bats going more consistent.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, I've watched a handful of games of the Astros. When I say handful of games, I just now got my cable back today. Thank God I can start watching sports again. But I watched the highlights and I read some of the articles that they wrote about, you know, what we've seen so far. And, you know, Paredes, he's not doing too bad, honestly. Rogers is off to a little bit of a slow start. Cam Smith is, you know, he's a rookie. So I'm kind of giving him a bit of, you know, a little bit of love. But I didn't, you know, it's just so weird, man. There's so many spots. Seeing Altuve in the left field, and, you know, just the things that we got going on, and, you know, in terms of our lineup from what we had last year and the year before that. I mean, this Astros team is so vastly different on the field, and even in our, you know, starting rotation. You know, so it's weird.
Yes. No, I still think the Reds are going to be right there for the division. Nothing's changed with me, actually. If anything, I'm maybe gained a little more confidence. Yeah, we're 2-3 going into today's game, but like yesterday, our fifth starter pitched against the Rangers' number one starter,
right?
And our fifth starter went 7 innings and gave up 1 run. Like, all of our starters have been going 6-7 innings and ain't been giving up hardly anything. Bullpen's been good, other than the 1/9 inning opening day. And you're going to have some times where you lose a lead. So I'm feeling good too, because Hayes has been out, who was going to be a starter for us, and one of our best catchers and another good hitter, Stevenson, have both were out to start the season. So we ain't had either one of them yet.
The other guy's banged up too.
And Steer, who's been one of our better hitters, is 1 for 14 so far. He has a hurt shoulder and he's only been DHing, so he's gotten off to a slow start. So I'm feeling pretty good. We just got to figure out a way to get our bats going again. Like, hell, we scored 14 runs 2 days ago, and since then we ain't been able to score runs. So
yeah,
we got to figure that out.
That concerned me. I told Chris after we scored them 14, I said, you know, we're not going to hardly score any more than that. That's the way they are.
Hey, look, they're all exhausted. You swing the bat that many times, you're exhausted.
Yeah. Save a few rounds.
Hey, I'll tell you who's exhausted too and can't score a damn run, right? Or at least they didn't last night. Was the damn New York Yankees went to them 12 strikeouts. You swing the air a lot, you get tired.
They give up 5 in the 8th inning. That's what really cost them.
Yeah,
I think they give up a grand slam, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but the Yankees blew one, and they've got their first loss of the season, and then. Man, the Atlanta Braves 0-6. Who would have called that out of the gate?
Absolutely. I tell you what, I will tell you, I'll be the first to say I'm surprised. You know, given how well that team played last year and in previous years and how competitive they've been, yeah, I'm very surprised at that. And I'm pretty sure if Logan was on here, he'd tell you he's surprised at it.
The team, it's really, I mean, and I know it's early, it's only 5 games. So, I mean, they could lose 10 in a row, but who would have expected the Angels to get off to, after the way they played last year, that the Angels will be 4-1 right now?
Certainly not this guy.
Eugenio Suarez, who was a former Red, he's the one that hit the grand slam against the Yankees last night.
Yeah.
But just a quick stat with him, he has 5 hits this year. All 5 of them are home runs, and one of them is a grand slam.
Damn.
Well, that's the way Suarez is.
That's not a good start. I don't know what is.
Home runs and one grand
Well,
slam.
that's what Suarez is, home run and strikeout.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
That's a lot of power hitters are. I mean, Judge was like that forever.
He can have 35 home runs, but be batting 180.
Yeah, I heard that stat earlier today on Dan Patrick's show. And I started cracking up. I was like, yeah.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you this, guys. You know, if you want to ask me another interesting fact that I think is interesting to me, you know, back when Bregman first got traded to the Sox, you know, Devers wasn't exactly the most happiest person alive. And when they told him that Bregman was going to be the starting third baseman and that he was going to pretty much be DHing, he really wasn't happy, to the point where he said, nope, that ain't going to happen. I will be at third base. Now, to the point where he eventually, after a little bit of time, succeeded that and went to be a DH, only for all that drama that he created in the press conferences about Bregman to be 15 strikeouts. What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Is that karma? Is it karma, or is he just having a hard time seeing the ball?
Could be both.
I mean, you paid this guy what, $300 million, and he's off to a 15 strikeout. You know who else had a really good season and then went to crap and ultimately he's out of the league? Was Chris Davis for the Baltimore Orioles first baseman. I remember when he first came in the league, he came in red hot. I mean, he was hot, and then he couldn't see the ball anymore, to the point where they just kicked him out of the league. I don't know if this could happen to Devers.
It's weird how some players, you know, once they get that big contract, everything changes for them, and they don't play as well. I don't know if maybe they don't have the hunger, the fire.
Right.
Maybe they were lucky in the beginning, and that's why they got their money, and then reality came to check in. You know, I don't know. It's weird. It does happen though. I mean, yeah, in all sports, you see a guy get that big payday, and things change.
What's up, Joe? It's good to see you, brother. Frankie. Torpedo bats. 12 strikeouts. What happened?
Mark Leiter Jr. happened. That's what happened. I mean, I'm serious. I mean,
yeah, no, I trust me, I know you are.
It's literally the first Boonhead move from Aaron Boone of the season, and he always does that. I mean, you have Luke Weaver that's like literally haven't pitched since opening day, and you bring in Mark Leiter Jr. and clearly he loads the bases up, and you still keep him in there. So you know it happened. You deserved it. That's Aaron Boone's fault for keeping him in there that long.
Yeah, very much so.
But it just goes to show that the torpedo bats has got nothing to do with winning or losing. Like, it's got nothing to do with the torpedo bats. It's based on the pitching. It's based on the players. Milwaukee's trash because we're seeing it not just from the Yankees. We're seeing it now whoever they're facing. And Arizona's a really good team. Don't get me wrong. They're a really good team. They got good relievers. They had Corbin Burns start on the mound last night for them, and they got some solid hitters. The only person I don't like on the Diamondbacks is Josh Naylor, which I'm glad he made a crazy error because it just proves that Arizona's gonna miss Christian Walker.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Really, the only thing that I guess you could look at as an advantage with the torpedo bat is the fact that they lengthened that sweet spot from about 4 inches to about 7 inches, which, you know, does give you a little bit better.
Technically, they didn't lengthen the sweet spot. They moved the sweet spot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But they put it in a more beneficial area where most people are hitting or most people are making
contact.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's going to give you home runs.
They didn't make the sweet spot bigger. They've moved it to
I thought
where
they went to 7 inches on that sweet spot from the 4. If I was looking, when I looked at that schematic anyway.
Yeah, from what I've read, all they've done is just moved the wood, and they've moved it.
Oh, they definitely moved the wood for sure. Yeah, but I mean, it's still wood. I mean, it's not like they put something in there to make it go. You're still wood to ball, or like you said, you still got to make contact. So yeah.
Didn't they move it but then they kind of design each, or some bats designed for each player?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You know what else I thought? I thought the Mets were going to be better.
Yeah.
I thought the Mets would be better. I thought Houston would be better.
Well, we're gonna be okay. I don't know if we're bad, but we definitely we got some things to work on for sure.
Well, guys, we'll
Yeah.
talk.
So yeah, you're right. It was. I was looking at this. How long is it? It's around. I was right about the length of the sweet spot. It's around 6 to 7 inches. But you're right. They didn't really. It says approximately 2 inches from the end of the barrel. Instead of the barrel. So yeah, the sweet spot is still the same. You're right, Gonzo. Though they did move it down, but yeah, I just wanted to clarify. That's all. All right, we're good. But yeah, what a time to be alive. Jeez.
Oh shit!
Kill yourself. Well, want to talk a little NBA, guys?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can we? Oh my God.
I
Nikola
know you've been
Jokic.
waiting for this one, Frankie.
Nikola Jokic, man, with a triple-double 61-pointer. Oh my God.
Oh, forget.
Just to get a loss because of Russell Westbrook. Oh,
Yeah.
what a time to be alive.
Yeah. He literally made 3 mistakes in that last 6 seconds or 7 to 8 seconds. And I think we talked about this, Frankie. All you had to do is go down the court.
Hold the
Don't
ball.
even shoot the ball. Just drown it out. Remember, you didn't even got to get to the damn mid-court line because you got 8 seconds to get across the mid-court line. All you got to do is just slow walk it up the court, run out the time, and game's over, and we're not even talking about this. But the fact that you ran down there only to get a layup that you missed, unimpeded because nobody touched his hand, unimpeded, and then to go back on the other side of the court to get a foul on a shot that didn't even go in, that you didn't even touch until after the ball came out of his hand to draw that foul and then let it expire with what, a 3-second foul shot.
With
Like, what are you
0.1
doing?
second
What are you
left.
doing?
With 0.1 second left. It could have been more beautiful. I liked it. I loved it. It was a great game, an amazing game on both sides. This was definitely a playoff scenario moment for the NBA. But, man, I feel bad for Nikola Jokic, man. He put on a show. This is a man who didn't sit down the entire second half. He did not sit down. He played every single minute,
Oh, yeah.
even both overtimes.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm Joker and we're in that locker room after the game, me and Russ, we having a conversation, and it's gonna be very privatized, and it's gonna be a sign outside the door that says, "No matter what you hear, you will not enter." Yeah, we're gonna have a long damn conversation, me and Russell Westbrook.
Tony, Chris, what do you guys think about that game?
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. Yeah, it's crazy. But let me ask you guys this: is Jokic MVP?
Oh, yeah.
In my mind, absolutely.
I think so too, guys.
Freaking
I don't think he's going to get it though.
Yeah, let's be real. The NBA is going to be the NBA, and they're going to give it to Sa.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, the NBA will definitely be the NBA.
No, I think Jokic should be the MVP. I think he's the best player in the NBA right now.
Oh, yeah. I would 100% agree with that.
But
I don't even think it's close. I don't think it's close.
he had a great game last night. I didn't like I said, I didn't watch any of it. I heard on the radio about the ending last night when I was out driving around. But no, I do think he's the best player and should be MVP. I don't think he'll get it. I think they're going to give it to SGA just like that a couple years ago. They gave it to Embiid when Jokic should have had it that year, but they don't like giving it to a guy over and over. I mean, look how many times LeBron could have had it, or Michael Jordan could have had it, and they don't get it because they don't. And I don't understand. Whoever the MVP is who should get it. If it's the same guy, somebody step up and be better. I mean, you shouldn't just give it to somebody because you're tired of somebody else winning it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Joe, by the way, I do agree with your comment, man. The Astros, I love Kyle. Anybody knows about Kyle Tucker knows that Jay McLovin loves Kyle Tucker. I did not want to see that man leave our team, but hey, it is what it is. I can't control it. But yeah, very big mistake, I felt like, on part of ownership. They should have got that man under contract.
Who did you love more, Tucker or Bregman? Because I think you loved Bregman more than Tucker because
No. I love Tucker more. I like Tucker more because Bregman has a little bit of whatever to him. I like Kyle because Kyle can just flat out.
Who did you thought he loved more, Tucker or Bregman?
He talks about Bregman, but yeah.
No, I talk about Bregman. I didn't want Bregman to leave either. No, seriously. No, watch this. I want them to stay for different reasons. I get it. Yeah, I know. I like the offensive production that I got from Kyle Tucker. I also like Tucker in the center field because I felt like he could cover the field better than anybody. I like Bregman because Bregman is the best defensive-minded third baseman in the league.
Ooh,
But his offensive production not as good. I didn't want either one of them to leave, but it is what it is. At the end of the day.
You know what? Just be real, Jay. All right, we're on camera. Just tell the world. All right, when we're not on camera and we're talking on the phone and stuff, you praise and you love Aaron Judge. Stop playing. You love it.
I would not use the word love. I might use the word hate.
You tell me every day on the phone how much you love looking at him on pinstripes and stuff, the NY on his hat, and I praise you for that. Of course, you should love Aaron Judge.
Hey, look, I call you a French whore, but it doesn't mean that I think you're a French whore.
I would put Matt Chapman, the third baseman for the San Francisco Giants, ahead of Bregman as a defensive third baseman right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to do that, that's fine, but you can't deny the defensive prowess that Bregman brings to the game. Because if you do, then you're not watching Bregman. I mean, I've watched that guy make plays that are
I didn't say he wasn't good. I'm just saying right now, I think Matt Chapman might be the best third baseman in baseball. Have you seen him defensively?
I can't speak on him because I haven't seen him defensively. But you know what? You said Mike Chapman. That's what you said, correct?
Matt Chapman.
Oh, no, excuse me, Matt Chapman.
He'll be playing tonight against your Astros.
Oh, definitely. I'll be able to watch it. So, well, I hope I will.
Chris, didn't he beat his Astros last night?
Doesn't matter if the Astros lost to the Giants. We're talking about Bregman versus Chapman. Crazy. Don't be coming here trying to start up. Man. Come on. See, I know what you're doing. It doesn't work. You're Jedi Matrix, whatever.
We were talking about Bregman. But we were just comparing him to Chapman.
I don't like you.
Hey, how many? Wait a minute. Well, I got one more thing.
You're the biggest troll on the.
How many afternoon shows have we done? Have we done since we started the afternoon show? You guys?
I don't know, man. We're 30 maybe 40. Hell, I don't know. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Probably 40 to 50.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, we've talked about Bregman at least once every show, except maybe one show.
Really? You want to stick your Uber Eats on it?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm trying to. I wouldn't say.
Hey,
I'll guarantee 75%.
Hey, I'll put Uber Eats on it because I don't do no fucking Uber Eats, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, you're not listening. I'm not saying you're going to come bring me Uber Eats. I'm saying you're going to give me your debit card. I'm going to order some Uber Eats. Trust me, I'm very good with financial numbers. Or you can call. I'll give you the phone number because you can call for your cell phone. You give me a couple of Uber Eats.
It's been at least 80% of the shows we talked about.
Now it's 80%. First, it was one. Now it's 80%.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that, but
I pretty damn close.
I didn't agree with that statement.
Pretty close.
But it's 75 to 80%. I almost guarantee it.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something, man.
I think Bregman's his favorite Astro ever.
Yeah.
I just want to say, when I said Uber Eats, man, hey, they started backing down from that number. So, Frankie. Yeah, you hear it live. They're backing down from that number.
I never said that number. Frankie heard I never said that number. He said that. I said I didn't agree with that.
Oh, no, they're turning on each other. I love it.
I'm just being honest.
Hey, I want to see Tony give Gonzo a body slap right here on live TV. Let's go, Tony. Don't be afraid. He's got bad legs.
Nobody turned on nobody. I was just making the point that we talk about Bregman on every show.
I think we've already showed that your point doesn't hold water because you're backing down because people who believe in their point don't.
80, okay, I'll look it up. If it's 80% or more, that means that we talk about Bregman almost.
I'll tell you what, if it's 80% more, you can back you talking. Right now, you're talking out your butt. No, all intended, but you're talking out your butt right now.
Well, you probably do know because you talk about out your ass about 100% of the time. So you probably do know.
I got a great ass, so I got to be honest with you. It's supple.
Oh Lord.
But no, let's get back on track. But no, hey, listen. You know, it's interesting. Padres, I think they're undefeated right now. Yankees have only got one loss. Dodgers are killing it. Giants are looking pretty good right now. I mean, there's a lot of like you said, the Angels, the damn Angels are looking good right now. To be honest with you, they're not looking too bad.
Hey, you know what I love? I love how Miami beat the Mets last night. That was like a whoa to me. Like I did not expect that. That was like a big shocker to me. And St.
What
Louis,
Soto? Did you find out what Soto's numbers? Did he? How many hits he got against the Marlins? Or
I don't know. I didn't see the numbers, but I do want to question this, Jay, because I did hear you earlier mention Rafael Devers, and believe me, I absolutely love that the man is striking out nonstop. Trust me, it's absolutely a beautiful thing to watch. But Joe here says, "What's wrong with Yordan Alvarez? He's hitting a .063." Yeah,
I worry about that too right now, Joe, because I'm kind of thinking about what do I do with him because he's on my fantasy team in baseball and he's just pooping the bed. I don't know, man. I don't know if the pitching is at the way they're pitching him because I finally get my cable back so I can start watching some games. So I'm curious to see how they're pitching him. Are they pitching him differently? Are they not giving him good looks?
It's because you don't have a torpedo bat. Give him a torpedo bat.
I don't think it's that torpedo bat, but I definitely think that he's clearly struggling at the plate. .063. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Jay, do you not have that TV app anymore?
Oh no, that guy screwed me over. Ever since they updated it, I talked to him a few times, and then finally said, "I don't know what to tell you." And I was like, "Well, you know what? I know what to tell you too. You can take your freaking crap and shove it up your ass." So I stopped paying him. But no, I tried so hard to get that. I can't tell you how many trouble tickets, and then he just stopped responding. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I went and got Yahoo TV, whatever. Got the Sunday ticket, so I'm still doing okay for $10. Whatever. But yeah. But no, back to Alvarez. I don't know, man. The Astros team right now is a lot different makeup. I was telling you guys earlier, man. We're a lot of new key positions, a lot of like Altuve going down left field. I mean, it's just a different feel. It's a different vibe on that team right now. So I'm still trying to figure them out. So we're going to see as this year goes along. I hope and I pray that Yordan does figure it out because I really need him to figure it out big time.
It sure didn't make any sense Altuve going to left field to me.
I don't understand that either. I really don't. I mean, the guys played second. The only reason it made sense initially was because they were thinking that they could keep Bregman, and they were going to, I think, put Paredes at second, Bregman at third. That was what they were thinking. And then, they were going to put Altuve in the outfield. And then when they didn't sign Bregman, or they couldn't keep Bregman, I don't know why they just didn't keep Altuve at second. And I don't know if Rogers if he can play outfield, but I know they got several players. The first one that comes to my mind is Maurice Dubon that can play outfield. And why not just put Maurice Dubon in left field, who's got a good glove, he's fast, he can cover that little short porch at Houston.
Son of a mother.
Oh, well, at least it wasn't me.
Stupid. My bad.
No, that's okay. Did you owe somebody some Uber Eats?
The fucking Reds got picked off the second base being stupid. You're down 1 run and you got a runner in scoring position. Let's get him picked off.
Hey, look, I saw the Astros they had three guys on base. I think it was like the 9th or something like that. And they struck out. Couldn't get the guys home. I was so freaking pissed. Because I would have gave them the win right there. It might have even been the Mets that they were playing, I think. Might have been that second game again. I think it was the second game that they were playing against the Mets. But anyway, they would have won that game, but didn't. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. That's nothing. That's what really irritates me, Tony, is when you get guys in scoring position and you only got maybe one out and you can't get them dudes home. What are we doing? Oh, that irritates me.
Strikeout don't bother me near as much as getting picked off at second base when you got a pinch hitter up. Now that batter's going to be up again, so we didn't advance one more spot through our lineup. It's just
That makes sense.
that's just stupidity there. At least the strikeout is you're trying to hit the ball and you just didn't. That's just a dumb ass mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not paying attention. Because really, I mean, it's
He wasn't even close. Like he was
picked
picked off. When I say picked off, he was picked off by 3 feet. I mean, he wasn't even close to getting back to the bag. It was.
Oh, damn. He thought, I guess he didn't realize that there's the thing called peripheral vision.
Oh, that was terrible.
What do you guys think about Steph Curry going crazy last night?
Yeah, there's a lot of things about that game that some of the things I wanted to point out about that game and get you guys' reactions on was, number one, John Morant is doing the pistol thing over to the Golden State Warriors bench. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you just had all these issues with guns and things of that nature. Now you're doing pistol impersonations to the damn Golden State Warriors bench. That was number one. Number two, Steph Curry he launched the ball over a 7'4" Edie, twisted like nobody's business. Was on several of those shots was at least 3 to 4 feet behind the arc. I mean, I know this guy's a pure shooter, but he really just showed me that, hey, having Jimmy Butler now on that team has invigorated him. And I think it was either Bo or somebody else that pointed out to me. He's like, you know what? When they lost Clay, he lost the Robin to Batman. And now that Jimmy Butler is there, he's got a true Robin now. And let's be honest, he's a Robin because he doesn't like to be the leader of the team, a la Kevin Durant. But when you put that guy in the number 2 spot where he doesn't have to have the pressure of being the go-to guy, he just goes off. And it really obviously has invigorated Steph Curry, because Steph Curry was just shooting lights out.
So me and Tony, back at the trade deadline, we mentioned how this was going to improve Steph's game, right? I mean, we knew that this was going to happen. Right. We knew that Steph was going to come back to doing what he's doing. I mean, him shooting over a 7-foot guy doesn't surprise me, because we see him shoot like that and always hits nothing but net every single time. I think he had to put on a statement for this game, knowing that, the Warriors can get out of play-in and possibly get into a playoff spot. So he knew he had to step up big, especially with the amount of days that he had off with the injury. I feel like he just had to, show what he had to show. But what you're saying, Jay, and I watched that show with you guys in this afternoon, and it was Dustin, stat guy, that mentioned that. And I was upset with it, honestly, because I'm tired of people looking at Jimmy Butler like he's a second guy. He to me, I feel like Jimmy Butler's never been a second guy. Every single team he's been on, he's been the guy. Right? I mean, he's been the number 1 guy. Chicago Bulls, he was the number 1 guy. The Philadelphia Phillies, or the Philadelphia 76ers, right? They look at him at a number 2 because of Embiid. But
absolutely, that's what I was about to say. I mean, he's definitely been number 2. Yeah.
But hold on, Jay. But was Embiid always on the court when Jimmy Butler was there? No. Then you go to Miami, and obviously he's the number 1 guy because, Miami didn't have a number 1 guy at the time. And now he's at Golden State, and, now they want to be like, oh, he's the number 2 and stuff like that. Like, listen, he's still a number 1 guy in Golden State, but obviously we're all going to look at Steph Curry as the guy, because that's Steph Curry's team. Has always been Steph Curry's team. He's won rings with the Golden State Warriors, obviously. But this just, I feel like having Jimmy there, you have, like, I wouldn't say a number 1 and a number 2. You honestly have 2 number 1 guys, because there could be a game where Jimmy.
Oh, you got 2 number 1s. I just don't think that Jimmy wants the pressure of a number 1. I think he wants to be a number 2. He wants to be the second option, but he wants to be the number 1 guy. Or he plays like the number 1 guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wants the leadership or all the weight on him to be the only damn guy that's scoring out there. He wants to be able to score, but score when he wants to. Not because he has to, because the team is so heavily reliant on him to.
Hey, doesn't the Lakers and the Warriors got a big game coming up here?
Yeah, we play tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's a big game, because the Warriors are only 2 back of the Lakers.
I don't care, Tony. We're gonna smash them. We're gonna smash and clash and bang and sing.
Warriors are in the 5th position now.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, man, the way this Warriors team is playing right now, honestly, and the way they would match up with OKC, if that was the Western Conference Finals, that would be a really good series. I don't think and I'm Frank, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I don't think LA is going to match up well with OKC. I think OKC is going to kill you. I really do. I think they're just that good. The bench, the starting five, Chet Holmgren, the length, the size. I don't know, man. I don't think you're going to match up well against them.
I mean, you said the same thing with the Houston Rockets, and we matched up pretty well against you guys.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see. You guys are just too inconsistent and too streaky right now. You know, I got to see that consistent play across the board. One thing we see from OKC through the new, is consistency. Those guys are consistently playing good teams and coming away with wins.
And I mention this and I'm sorry, Tony, I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But I mention this every show. Is you always have that team that is doing what OKC is doing, what Cleveland is doing, what we've seen Golden State do it. We've seen Cleveland and LeBron do it back in the day. And what always happens at the end, they do not come out successful. And I'm not nervous and I'm not scared for OKC. They're having a good year. Congratulations. That's cool. You're on a 10-game winning streak again. You got a 60-win season. Cool. But when playoffs come around, we know as the Lakers, we know what we're gonna get out of LeBron. We know what we're gonna get out of Luka. We already seen what we're gonna get out of Austin Reeves. So I'm not caring. I'm not gonna overlook OKC like we're gonna sweep them. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am gonna say is OKC, UFC, KSC, Lakers at 5s.
That literally made no sense, like your prediction. But okay.
Hey Jay, I got a question for you. We talked about it yesterday a little bit. How confident are you if Houston plays the Lakers in a 7-game series?
I would be still confident that we could win that series. No. See, Frank is going to go that direction, but I just pointed out to you a second ago that I feel like, and I think we all know that the Lakers have a good squad, but they play inconsistently. And I don't know if the Rockets are consistent. And I do think that we would match up well with you guys. I think we're going to play you guys well. We would definitely have home court advantage to do that. So, no, I absolutely think that we can handle the Lakers. I don't think it's going to be Lakers or Rockets in 5. I could see it going 6 or 7. 7 could be very realistic. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a very well-fought game. But
does your lack of experience in the playoffs worry you a little bit?
For them, yeah. I mean, lack of experience is always a thing, right? But I also think that we have the better coach that's going to put us in better positions. JJ Redick is just too young, and we will outcoach them. They could possibly outplay us, but we will outcoach them.
Yeah, because you totally outcoached JJ Redick a couple days ago.
See, there you go. You
I'm just saying,
we were beating you guys. Don't act like you blew us out. Don't act like you did anything stupid. Come on, guys.
This is exactly
Come on. You really think that JJ freaking Redick is better than Ime Udoka? You really believe that?
Did I
call you a moron? I'm calling you a moron.
Okay.
Seriously, seriously. That's the guy that took the Celtics in season 1 and had them in the.
All right, I'm going to have to take control now because clearly he's not letting anybody talk, and I'm getting really irritated. I get that nobody said anything about JJ Redick being better than Udoka or anything like that. You're the one clearly that went out and said that we would be outcoached. Okay? If we would have been outcoached, Jay, then we would have lost that game a couple days ago. Am I right or am I right? Am I right or am I right? Just shake your head. I don't want to hear you. Just shake your head. Am I right or am I right? All right. I guess you don't want to shake his head. But I guess I'm right. Because if you sitting there saying we will definitely outcoach them, you should have outcoached us. Because let me tell you something. If your coach can outcoach JJ Redick, then why did your coach leave one of your best starting players, your best shooting guard, on the bench for the entire fourth quarter? Why? Go ahead. You can mute me. I don't mute you. Go ahead. Answer.
I'm sorry. I was just listening to valuable information. What did you say again?
I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it with him.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get underneath your skin a little bit. I apologize.
You're not gonna get
No,
on me.
no.
I don't
Okay.
care.
All rudeness aside, what was your question?
No, I don't got no. You don't want to pay attention. It's fine. I'm not gonna repeat myself.
Look,
I think-
man,
I think
I
the
think
issue
it's going to be a good series. I
I
think it's
think
going to
the
be a
issue
good.
is
You play, you guys. I think it's going to be a good series. I really do. It's going to be a good series.
I think the issue the Rockets could have in a series with the Lakers or the Nuggets, one is experience, but two is going to be their half court offense. If you look at them offensively, if they can't get out and run, they can struggle to score, and that's what happened to them the other night against the Lakers. And in a 7-game series, if whoever plays them can slow them down and make them work out of half court, I think that could cause some trouble for Houston.
I don't watch enough Rockets, but I did watch quite a bit of that game, and I did notice that in the third quarter that they struggled a little bit in the third quarter because they got shut down a little bit, and they was put in that spot where they had to do more half court offense. They ran quite a bit in the first half. I did notice that in the third quarter. But again, I don't watch the Rockets. That's probably the most I've watched the Rockets all year long. I watched probably half the game.
I think one of the things that concerns me about the Lakers is just LeBron being older. I wonder, because he has had to load management a little bit. I wonder how he's going to handle it. Because look, it ain't going to be no easy cakewalk for either one of these teams. Houston's going to have their hands full. The Lakers are going to have their hands full. And I just want to see how Bron performs over that long stretch. If it goes 7 games, I want to see how he handles up, having to do 30, 40 minutes every night across that span.
Well, if it ended right now and the playoffs were right now, Lakers would have the Warriors right now. That would not be an easy series.
And Joe, if you watched the show yesterday, and Chris, Jay quickly got out of it because he didn't want to get onto the NBA topic. Yesterday, he acted like we didn't know. That's why he was like, let's save the NBA for last. And then he decided to hop on out of here when we get to the topic. But if you watched the show yesterday, and Chris and Tony can agree with me, I actually sat here and I talked good things about the Rockets in that game. I actually did. And I said, if they would have had who's your shooting guard again? Jalen Smith?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, okay. If you guys would have had Jalen Green play that fourth quarter, because for some odd reason he was not in that fourth quarter majority of the time. If you guys would have had Jalen Green in that fourth quarter, it would have been a different game. It would have been a different outcome. It could have went into overtime, or the Rockets could have won that game. And I said that yesterday. But because the coach didn't put him in and decided to go with like 3 big men for the fourth quarter on defense, mostly on offense, I think that's what screwed him over and winning that game. And it was a great game between the Rockets and Lakers. And I don't overlook the Rockets. I said that to Jay plenty of times.
Yeah.
Even after that game, I said it. But I'm not gonna sit here and let Jay talk about coach over coach type thing, because listen, if you're gonna say your coach can outcoach my coach, then why did your
I'm gonna tell you that all the time.
Okay, but why did
I'm
your
gonna tell you that all the time. I look, you got me one time.
No, let me finish. Let me finish saying what I gotta say. I'm getting sick and tired of you over talking people. Let them finish saying what they gotta say. If your coach can outcoach my coach, why did your coach leave in 3 centers and not bring in your shooter to at least get an overtime game, or at least get a win?
Just tell me one more time, how many playoff appearances as a coach does he have again? I forgot. Sometimes I slip. How many does he have again? Oh, that's right. This is his first year. And you want to tell me that a first-year guy is going to be with Alka. Now, remember, this is the same Ime Udoka that took the Celtics to the Western Conference Final year 1. Came in within 3 years, took a rebuild that had nobody, and formed them into the number 2 team in the league, in our conference. So I'm just trying to tell you, I understand he may have not, maybe quote unquote, maybe had the right guy in there. I'll give you that. But you can't tell me that your guy's unproven as of this point. He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't been to the playoffs yet.
Jay, but I understand what you're saying, but you're actually proving Frankie's point, not yours.
Thank you.
Because what you just said was, you really think a guy in his first year can outcoach somebody that has more experience, and then you turn around and say Udoka made the finals in his first year, so which means he outcoached coaches that had more experience.
I understand that. But
it is possible that JJ Redick could outcoach Udoka in the game.
But no, I understand that. But I also said that he's also improving. Reddick is improving because we haven't seen what he can do in the playoffs. So, I mean, can it happen in your first year? Sure. And if it happens this year, then I'll say, okay, yeah, he's a better coach, but he's still improving at this point. You know?
And I think coaching's a big part of it. But I think coaching's a big part of it, but I also, again, that playoff experience it could, and it may not. Houston may not bother him, but it's a big. I think it's a big deal. That playoff experience whether they play Denver or the Lakers or Golden State. I mean, that's something that you can't make up for. I mean, but you got to get the experience. You got to get the experience somehow. So
it's not.
I totally get that.
It's not just going to affect. It's not just going to affect Houston. I think it's going to affect OKC big time too, because the style of play in the playoffs is totally different in the regular season.
For sure, it is.
Gilchrist Alexander probably isn't going to be at the free throw line 10 or 11 times during the playoff game like he averages during the season. You don't know what you're going to get from your young players from OKC or Houston. You pretty much know what you're going to get from a Luka or LeBron. These guys that have more experience. And look what happened to the Sacramento Kings a couple years ago. They made the playoffs, and everybody was talking, "Oh, they're going to beat the Warriors. They got the team." The refs called the game different. De'Aaron Fox struggled some, and the Warriors end up winning that series. And that happens with young teams. I mean, it takes steps. Like,
you know, and it's been a while. I know since we did that show, but there was one where I think you ranked the benches in the league. I forget where you had Houston ranked, and I forget where you had LA ranked. But I would be curious to know where they're. And because I honestly don't have that number, where LA's bench ranks against Houston's bench, because I do think the bench over a 7-game series is going to be a huge factor. And I really feel like Houston has that kind of bench that can go deep. I mean, like double digits deep on multiple or more than one player on a night in, night out basis on our bench.
Houston does have a strong bench. Lakers can be. They can be really, really good at times. I mean, just lights out, and then then it can be the opposite. So, I mean, I don't know how they rank. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea.
I know, like I said, I don't remember what show it was, but it was a couple of shows back where Chris actually had brought up. He had the rankings, I think, on the benches, and I just cannot remember where we ranked against LA's bench. But I only say that not because I'm trying to say that our bench is better than Frankie's. I'm just saying that I really do think that whoever's going to go win this playoff series is going to have the better bench. I think the bench is going to be the X factor in a lot of this.
Listen, it don't matter. Houston Rockets, George Crockett, no money in my pocket. Lakers in 5.
It took you about all of what 30 minutes.
I
just didn't know how much time you invested in that.
Here we go. Another chance where I can't say nothing. Stop over talking, Jay. This is why Logan's not even here anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure you went up on Nicky Delaney, but go ahead. It's all right.
I have the respect to let you finish saying what you got to say. Let your bullshit come out of your mouth, and let you say whatever you got to say. But then when somebody else got to talk, Jay's got to cut them off so that the whole world can hear what Jay has to say before anyone else.
Well, you did attack my team. It wasn't like we're just talking.
There you go, cutting me off again. I'm trying to train you and teach you as we're going.
Train me? Teach me? You can't even hold my jock strap, guy.
Do you fit into jock strap?
Training me.
You can't even fit into jock strap. Shut up. Mentioning jock strap.
Oh, so you've been looking at that part of my body, have you? Oh, okay, sweet tooth. Okay.
I did notice the other day, man. I went to make some cereal, went to get the milk carton out, and I did see Logan's picture on the milk carton. I wonder where Logan been.
Oh.
Logan's getting sick of Jay.
I'm sorry, Frankie. My bad. Dang. No, that's my medication alarm.
Yeah, you need to take it.
Well, I tell you what, you have no idea.
That's why Chris sits in the corner, chilling, not saying nothing, just has his head down for an hour, looking like he don't even want to be on this show anymore because he doesn't get anything to say in. You want to know why? Because you always cut him off, Jay. You got to learn to just stay silent. If you can't stay silent, just mute your mic.
I don't want to sign up for Snap News.
Tell him, Chris.
He's trying to find that.
That
Don't
bench
even look at
rankings.
it.
Yeah, he's
Don't
trying
look
to
at
find
it.
that stuff.
Don't look at it, Chris, because when playoff time comes, that's when playoff time comes. That's when the best step up.
Well,
And
the
if
Rockets
they
bench
think-
is ranked. The Rockets bench is the 24th scoring bench in the NBA.
Okay.
The Pacers is the 9th scoring bench in the NBA.
Joe, I'm trying not to I'm trying to be more professional now on the afternoon show. You know, we're trying to get Logan to come back in here so we can get our full panel, but Jay just doesn't learn.
Hey, where did you say the Lakers bench was?
I'm trying to find the Lakers. There must be.
Okay.
They have to be either 26, 27, or 28.
Yeah,
because
just look at the last. Just look at the bottom line. The bottom line is who they should be. Like the last team on there, probably.
it's not showing me nothing past the 25, the 24 where the Rockets were. That's what I'm trying to find.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
So did you guys hear about the fan tearing his ACL at the Atlanta Hawk game during a layup contest during a commercial break? It was like a timeout break.
I did hear
it was
about
a
that.
It was a timeout break. They did a layup contest with two fans. You know, it's like a tic-tac-toe layup thing where you lay it up, you run back, you get your piece, and you throw it on like a tic-tac-toe thing. And at the first, as soon as the lady goes 3, 2, 1, go, he's running to his hoop to lay it up. He doesn't even get to lay it up. He slips like an NBA player, and just as soon as he falls, he immediately grabs his knee. And like the other guy's just still laying it up, getting his pieces, doing his tattoos. The lady's trying to stop him from doing it. He's like, "I'm winning this shit." She's like,
Heck yeah, man. Hey, look, you go down. That's not my fault, but I ain't giving up this money.
All right, now
he slipped and tore his ACL.
I found the list. The list I was looking at, that wasn't the right list. Here's the list. This is the NBA teams bench points per game this regular season. So this is what the team's average or coming off the bench
Okay.
each game. Celtics are number 1 at 29 points. Knicks number 2 at 21. Or wait a minute, nope, they don't got these in order. Never mind. They don't got
I was about
these.
to say, you think Cleveland or OKC would be like the top 2 or something like that?
But I will tell you this: the Lakers average 26.5 points off the bench. The Rockets average 31 points off the bench, and the Pacers average 39 points off the bench.
Yeah, Pacers that's another team that has a really good. You guys got a great bench.
Hold on. Did you see the way Chris did that though? He's like the Lakers, then he has the Rockets, then he gets.
Yeah, I give it. No, I know what he did. It's okay. Look, hey,
He got that sledgehammer out. So,
Pacers scored 39 off the bench. Look at Tony. So he's like, shut your
hey,
both
look,
up.
hey, why do you think I'm glad that the Pacers won't be in the Western Conference or the NBA championship? I don't want to go up against that 39-point bench.
I would, because we had a good ass game, man. I would like to see a 7-game series like that.
Pacers are going to be a tough out for any of the teams that they play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no doubt. That's why I'm glad they're on the East Coast side, and we're on the West Coast. Trust me.
You sound so scared every time.
Me?
Yeah, you're like every time.
No. Hey, look, I know Pacers got they have a good team. I'm glad they're on the East Coast because honestly, the Rockets are, like I told you, and I really believe, I said this before. I fully expect if we have to play against the Lakers, I fully expect that we have a good shot at beating the Lakers. I don't think we have a good shot at beating OKC. I don't know if we match up well enough against OKC. That's why I don't really. Can
I ask you this?
We got room to grow.
Can I ask you this? How do you feel about Houston facing off against Golden State or Denver?
Man, Denver. I'd feel better about going against Denver, quite honestly, than Golden State because I think Golden State. There's a lot over there, man. And the way they're playing right now and the way they're moving up the rankings, in all honesty, Golden State going up against OKC would be a hell of a good matchup. I think they match up well together. I can honestly see Golden State and OKC in the Western Conference Finals. I could.
Chris, I saw you throw a little like face over there when he said, against Denver and stuff. Give me what was that face for? Do you feel like Houston can match up with Denver?
I don't think Houston match. I think actually Houston would match up with the other team you asked.
OKC.
Golden State.
OKC, Houston, or OKC, Denver, or Golden State.
Yeah, I think Houston would match up better with OKC than they do Denver or the Warriors. Not that I think Houston would beat OKC, but OKC style of play is fast, wanting to run up and down the court, and that's where I think Houston plays their best. Where against Denver and Golden State, especially Denver can slow a game down, make you play half court, and Denver can play pretty good half court defense as well. So just because of style of play, I don't think they match up better against Denver or the Warriors than they do the other team.
I mean, clearly Joker's a better center. I do think that Sengun could do a decent job on Joker. He's not going to stop Joker, but I think he could do a good job defending against Jokers, you know.
I would like to see that. I would like to see Denver versus Houston, honestly. And the only reason for it is I would like to see Dylan Brooks go head-to-head with Russell Westbrook. I feel like
oh, my God. Could you imagine that?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that'll be a quick first quarter technical foul on both. Like those two would be I've
never seen two guys eject each other.
That would be a great matchup.
Let's talk Frankie's one of his favorite topics. Where does KD go next year, guys?
To hell.
I knew that was
coming. Man. I know. Frankie, just so you know, earlier you weren't in pre-show when we were talking about this topic, but so obviously there's been numerous teams that maybe have had interest in KD. We know last year the Rockets, for whatever reason, had interest in KD. I don't want KD because I don't know what it's gonna. If you get him as a free agent and not as a trade, I might be willing to entertain it because KD still has a lot of good skill sets. And he doesn't have to be the leader on the Rockets. We got plenty of leadership. He just has to go out there just like he did with Golden State and just be the role player, you know, that dominant, good role player that he is. Good
he was
defender.
Not a role player.
Be fine. But was that?
He was not a role player on that Golden State team.
No, I'm not saying he's a role player. I don't. And maybe I used the wrong word. Let me rephrase that. He just doesn't have to be the number one leadership guy. You know, he can just almost like Jimmy Butler. He just go in there and play. Don't worry about carrying the team. Don't worry about being the leader. We got a leadership already established on the team. You just go out there and play KD basketball because he's still a good shooter. You can't deny him being a shooter, and you can't deny him playing defense. He can still do those two.
I could deny everything. But I'll be honest. But I'll be honest with you. You over there saying, all he has to do is come in and play the role play guy, and he doesn't need to be a leader. You clearly don't know KD then. And this is the main reason why I don't like KD, because every team he goes to, he ruins because he feels like he has to force himself to be a guy on that team, the guy on that team, and he just ruins things. Let's really look at it. Phoenix, not so long ago, was in the finals. They looked amazing. They had an awesome squad, right? They looked great going playoffs and stuff like that. KD comes on that team, and they just start going downhill. Now KD's having problems with the head coach, who actually has been doing successful over there in Phoenix, but obviously having trouble this year because, their situation over there in Phoenix is really wild this year. But now you're having a problem with the head coach. It won't be long before, that head coach gets fired, and the next KD's going to ship off from Phoenix, and then Phoenix is going to be in the bottom of the barrel again, which, they're going to be anyway. But he did the same thing with Brooklyn. You get Steve Nash as your coach. You didn't have, you guys didn't see eye to eye, didn't like the way he was coaching, he didn't like the way you were playing, and then what happens? You get him fired, you get a new coach, and then you leave Brooklyn. You go to Golden State, you thought you could run that team. Steve Kerr looked at you because Steve Kerr ain't no little punk. He played with Michael Jordan, he played with Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman and all them, so he ain't no punk. He ain't gonna sit there and take KD shit, because neither would I. And he got you. Listen, he helped, you got your 2 rings because of Golden State. You didn't get your rings because of you. You got them because of Golden State. And then you go and you leave your team thinking you're gonna do something without Golden State. You haven't done nothing since. I don't want him on the Lakers, and I've said this many times. He comes to the Lakers, I am not watching the Lakers. I tell you that, and then you guys think I'll take it as a joke. So I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious. I will not watch Laker basketball for 82 games and playoffs if they make it. I really wouldn't. But that's just me. If I heard New York wants him, the Knicks want him, take him.
Yeah, I heard San Antonio, Houston, Miami, possibly still the Warriors, the Knicks. Where do you guys think he'd be a better fit?
Probably with Golden State, I think, because he won a championship with Golden State. He's played with Draymond. He's played with Steph Curry. He's been coached by Steve Kerr. I think it would just be a natural slide in for him. And you got Jimmy Butler on that team too. Could you imagine that type of rotation?
If he goes back to Golden State, everybody around the world better be looking at him the way I look at him, because there's no way that you I understand they got Draymond. I understand they got Steph. I understand he won 2 rings with them and stuff like that. But you cannot do that, then leave, because for one, him and Draymond don't see eye to eye. They really don't. So that's not a good connection anyway. And for them to bring him back, if they bring him back, then that means Draymond's done. But if you bring him back, it's just it makes Kevin Durant look soft. It just makes Kevin Durant look softer. Like, bro, you left Golden State thinking you can go win a ring somewhere else, and then you decide to, oh, it wasn't a trade, but I'm signing with them. Okay, you went back. Like, go. There's 6 other teams that are interviewing you, looking for you and stuff like that. Someone you could go to New York, where the lights shine brightest in New York and Madison Square Garden at the Mecca, and do something there. But no, you want to go back to you can re-sign with Golden State so that way you could win a ring. That's soft. That's soft.
Oh, I agree about it being soft. But I think the question was, where would he fit? And he could fit right in, I think, Golden State. And it'd probably be the easiest transition for him because he knows the system, he knows the people, he knows the coaches. It would just be a slide in.
Jay, do you think that he would help Houston?
Do I think it depends? It depends on where. Like, for example, talent-wise, KD would be better than having Dillon Brooks. So he could slide right into Dillon Brooks' spot, and that rotation would be good. But I understand where Frankie also is coming from in terms of if he goes in there and tries to force himself into that rotation rather than letting the rotation come to him or letting the ball come to him, then it could be bad too. With the chemistry that the Rockets are developing, it could disrupt the chemistry. So I guess at this point, I'm almost like, I don't want KD. I would, and KD ain't no young guy. He's got a little age on him too. I think he's 32, 33. I mean, I'm just saying, I'd rather keep the young guys young, play with what we're playing. The chemistry's good. Everybody's doing their job well. Like y'all said earlier, we just got to get the experience. That's what Houston needs right now, more than anything, is experience. And I think we're slowly getting it with the rotation and the coaching staff that we have. We're getting that experience. So I'd rather in Houston, if I'm Houston, I would tell them keep it status freaking quo and build through the draft or build with young free agents.
Tony, Chris, would you take KD in Indiana?
Oh, that's what I want to know.
Depends what I'm giving up for him. If I got to give up something.
Oh, you're definitely – well, if he goes as a free agent, you wouldn't.
Oh, no, he's not a free agent. He's going to get traded.
Yeah, it's got to be a trade.
I was like, how many more years does he have left on that contract? Gonzo, do you know how many years he's got left on that contract? KD does?
Oh, no.
I thought I heard 2, but I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking 2 years. I think it was
I heard Miami offered Butler and somebody else for KD, and it didn't go through.
Yeah, I remember. I heard that as well. And yeah, you're right. It didn't go through.
I'll tell you why it didn't go through. Because Pat Riley's not dumb. He's just like me. He don't want KD.
Well, they said Miami wanted him.
That's Miami, not Pat Riley.
Well, Pat Riley is Miami.
No, he ain't. Pat Riley's Pat Riley. Damn it. Listen, I love Pat Riley. He's from over here in my area, Schenectady, New York, and so I love Pat Riley. So I always stick behind Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, and I'm asking you, he really is. That's where he's up in your area. That's where he's from.
Yeah, he went. He's from our area, Schenectady. He went to Schenectady High School.
Well, I never to the Knicks. I just didn't realize he was around the Schenectady area.
Yeah, he went to Schenectady High School, the same high school I went to. We actually have his name on the side of the high school building.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. That's legend. That's legendary.
Yeah, and it's exciting for me, honestly, because like not only did I live and go to the school the same as Pat Riley, but Pat Riley was the head coach of my team and actually won championships with my team. So like it makes it more sweeter.
Wow.
His contract ends after next season,
Wow. So he's got one more season left. Okay.
but he's also eligible for a 2-year, $120 million extension this summer.
So stupid. That's so dumb. He should just retire. If you want to finish your basketball career, go finish it in China. Nobody wants to see you anymore.
I wonder if Phoenix
think
is
he's-
going to extend him.
I think he's going to end up a Laker.
Tony, you
I think
watch
he'll
what
be-
you
I think
Tony's trying to
LeBron's
piss-
gone
Tony's
and
trying to piss
KD's
me
going to
off
take
at
his
the end of this
place.
show. No, Tony, I see what you did, Tony. You see how professional I'm trying to be today, right? You seen the things between me and Jay, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get Frankie riled up.
Hey,
He's saying he wants to be
but-
professional. No, I'm going to get
Frankie,
him.
serious business, Frankie. Before the show, we talked about this, and if I remember correctly, Jay agreed and Chris agreed. I think now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But we
trying to
asked who would
be
be a
wrong.
better fit. Who would be a better fit on the Lakers, KD or LeBron? And I think everybody said they thought KD would be a better fit.
Oh, my God. You guys are mind blown. Oh, my God. You guys are making me not want to come. And I'm about to pull a Logan and not come back on this show until I see changes. This
I'll
is
get the milk.
insane.
I'll get the milk carton out.
This is insane. Yeah, you get it out. You get it out. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture of my face so you can print it right on there.
Oh my
I
God.
think KD's going to end up with either the Knicks or the Warriors.
I tell you who I thought would be being serious now, Frank. I'm being serious. Who I think would be a good fit, and I have a question mark because I don't know who the coach is going to be. I think San Antonio could be a good fit, but I just don't
For
know who the
KD?
coach is gonna be for KD. I just don't know who the coach is going to be. If it was going to be the former coach, of course, I don't think he's going to coach anymore. I would say San Antonio, but I don't know who the head coach is going to be.
Yeah, I think Greg Popovich should call it quits. I think he should retire. There's no more that Greg Popovich needs to prove. I mean, you've won many titles. You had your era. You know, you're like Phil. You had your time, kind of like Phil Jackson had his time with the superstars that you coach, and obviously you can't do it anymore right now. But after this health issue, if I'm Greg Popovich, I'm retiring. I could see San Antonio getting KD. I really can, because you know they're a trash team, and it makes perfect sense for them to get a trash player. You know, it's totally cool. I'll feel bad for Victor Wembanyama because you know he's gonna have a sensational career just for it to be ruined by having someone like KD on your roster and as your teammate. You know, but hey, if San Antonio want to go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it. But I really want to know is, did you guys really say that, or you were just playing with me, Tony?
I think was I right?
I never answered. the
Okay,
question.
he didn't answer. Jay said he thought that KD would be a better.
Of
At
course
this
he did.
point, with LeBron getting longer in the tooth and such a crybaby,
Well-
that he-
Well, was that the main reason, Jay? Because that's what I was gonna ask next. Like, was the main reason you guys said that was because of like LeBron's age compared to KD's age?
Yeah, I felt like you know a couple of things. I felt like he wouldn't have to load management KD as much. He doesn't get as hurt. Recently, he hasn't gotten as hurt as much. And I felt like he just has a little bit more, you know, Bron's 40, KD's 33. That's a 7-year age gap. So I mean, there's a lot right there. I felt like
You know what might happen? I could see KD going to the Lakers and LeBron and Bronny going to the Golden State Warriors.
I'm about to go and choke Chris out, and I'm gonna go find him and choke him out.
I can see LeBron going to Golden State because he wants to play with Steph, and if
He
they
really
could
does.
if they could get Bronny over there with them,
Butler.
hey, and you got Butler. It could be a fit, and then
You know what?
Lakers
you know
could
what?
have KD.
Listen, he can go out and say, I want to play with Steph all he wants. He played with Steph, okay? It's called the Olympics. He played with Steph, all right? You don't need to go to Golden State to try and get KD to go to Lakers. No, we don't need all that shit, all right? You played with Steph. We seen what you could do with Steph. You wanted to play with CP3. You never did that, all right? So don't go over there being like, I want to play with Steph Curry. How the hell with that shit?
You didn't answer. Would you take KD on the Pacers
I would, depending on who we had to give up.
or center?
Miles Turner? That would be
Miles Turner for KD. Would you do it?
Ooh.
Chris says he would do it.
You do that, Chris?
Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't give up Halliburton.
I wouldn't give him Miles Turner.
or
honestly. I really
Mathurin.
wouldn't.
or Neesmith.
That's crazy. I honestly, like, I'm not even a Pacers fan, and I honestly look at it, and this isn't even because I hate KD, because I honestly hate KD with every core of blood in my body. But I would not trade Miles Turner for KD. I really wouldn't. Not Miles Turner is younger than KD. Miles Turner is less injury prone than KD, because KD's been getting hurt a lot the last couple seasons. I mean, the man is he just I hope, you know, they saying he's come back in a week and stuff like that. And obviously, he's not gonna come back 100% healthy. But we saw his ankle kiss the court, and I wished to God that I was able to see a bone snap out, but we didn't. But you know, it is what it is. But I wouldn't trade Miles Turner for KD. No. You guys are not. I don't understand. I've been trying to put this in you guys' head for years, and you guys are not looking at KD the way I see him. He will ruin your team. He's like the Stephon Diggs of the NBA.
Which is on Buffalo's team now.
And we just signed Stephon Diggs.
Hey, sometimes you got to kiss the devil.
We do kiss the devil. His name is Jay Biden over there.
You New England's trying to get better. They kiss the devil, got Diggs. We're trying to get better. Hell, you know.
You will not.
Hey, real question. Hold on. Real question. Real talk. Since we're talking about the devil and things like that. Just look at here that the NBA is reviewing the Ja Morant and Buddy Hield gunslinging gesture towards the benches. How do y'all feel about that? Now, before you say about Buddy Hield, I really want to kind of target more so on Ja, only because of all the issues that have surrounded Ja Morant and his dad, and the posse that hangs around Ja Morant, and all the gun issues at his house, and the basketball court, and this left, right, up, and down. At what point does Ja Morant does he just not get it? Do the Memphis Grizzlies just not enforce it?
Well, I just Tony and Chris, I'll let you guys go because I don't have much to say about this. But like, was it an actual gun thing that he was doing with his fingers, or was he doing the ice in my veins 3-point thing that he was doing?
No.
Hold on. But the cameras just took a wrong part of the picture and was like, oh look, he's throwing up gun signs, bang bang bang. Ja Morant, of course, again doing it again. Or was he doing the ice in my veins 3-pointer thing?
No, he wasn't doing the ice in my veins 3-pointer thing. No, it was straight 2 hands doing gunslingers at the bench. No, it wasn't ice in my veins. No, I know what you're talking about.
I wasn't trying to be funny or not. Like, that was a serious question.
Well, trust me, it drew double technicals.
Okay.
Or drew a technical foul, I should say. I guess it's double technicals.
Technical foul in the NBA anymore.
I didn't see it. I just think, well, I know what Jay's saying. He's had more problems, but if both guys was doing it, I think they should be just as accountable. But I just think it's the wrong message. I don't think these guys need to do that. They're adults. That's just my opinion.
The real question is which one's getting shot first.
This is already done.
Oh, okay.
Someone getting shot first.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think either one of them should get suspended. I don't think it should have been a technical foul. I think we're all just getting the internet and the world is getting soft as fuck. That's my opinion on it. The dude went like this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
We let 7 and 8 year old kids play fucking Call of Duty and Fortnite and shoot people on video games all day long.
For real,
want to make a guy a villain because he pointed a finger as a gun. Now, if you put
I think it's more so. It's not. No, that's not really the point that I think is being made.
There's no way either one of them should get suspended over this. If they do, it's just plain out soft.
I understand that. With Buddy Hield, I would say exactly that. I don't think Buddy Hield should be. But here's the problem I got, Chris. The problem I got is Ja Morant actually has pointed guns at people. Ja Morant actually has done criminal behavior to 17-year-old kids.
Has he ever been arrested for criminal behavior?
Okay, so I guess the fact that he pointed a gun at somebody, physically pointed a gun at somebody.
Was it ever proved that he pointed a gun at somebody? That was alleged.
It was proved.
Hold on. It's been proved, and we have seen it. He did get arrested for it, but he didn't get charged. Like, he didn't go to court, and it's kind of like Big Ben. He never got with the rape charge and stuff like that. It's kind of like that situation. Like, you did it, but because you went to court and you didn't get charged with it, you're safe from it.
Yes.
My point is, if you got a past that has a firearm in it, regardless, if you get a firearm in it, look, I've done law enforcement. I've been time in the prison system. Okay,
I've too.
seen that shit. But I'm saying, if you have a physical gun in your hand, that changes the perception for me, because now that just tells me who you really are as a person. Not that you're doing that simple, hey, I got you, I'm kicking your ass on the court. No, it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit deeper than that.
Hold on, because we see NFL players doing it, Jay, when they do touchdown celebrations. They do it too.
But these the same people that have guns, like physical guns,
don't
and
know
it's
that.
documented.
You don't know that. They're not.
I don't know, but I know what I've seen on the news.
So
I know
so
what I
if,
see.
so if I own a gun, if I own a gun in my house, I can't make a gun signal with my finger because I own a gun.
No, did you?
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Hold on, that's not
Is that
what we're
what
talking
you're saying?
about. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
We're
it
talking
is.
about did you take said gun in said house and pointed at
Jay,
somebody?
last night he was on a basketball court, no weapon on him, playing a basketball game. They talk shit to each other all the time in basketball.
I know, but
He
again,
goes
it's
like
past
this, and
history.
we're going to crucify.
It's past
the guy?
history, man. It's past history.
Hold on. Did he make the three? Did Ja Morant make a three? Was it a 3-point shot that he did?
I didn't see the shot. I saw the video clip where they were talking about him doing gun gestures and stuff.
Because I would accept it if he made it and then looked at Buddy Hield, was like bang bang, like bang, like bang, I made that shot, bang bang, like that. It's okay. It's a celebration thing. You're hyped up. I
get the celebration part of it, but when past history around you is you involved with guns to the point where you've been in the Commissioner's League office because you've got gun videos. And you pointed, and you have been on your house with that 17-year-old, and we know it now. We're now with the 17-year-old. It's a little bit different story. It's a little bit different attitude towards it.
But have you seen Ja Morant lately on media or on news or anything like that with gun-related things? Recently, not past, but recently.
Recently, no, not recently.
So Jay, you believe Morant should be suspended for that?
I think he should do a one game. No, well, okay. He has been, we know this for a fact. We know that he has been in the Commissioner's League office for that type of conduct and that type of behavior. The fact that you go out and you symbolize it, whether you intended it or not, it just makes the NBA commissioner himself look soft if he doesn't, because you just warned him about this kind of activity, and now he's doing signifying type of things, and you're not doing something about it, well, then that makes you look soft too.
So, no, answer my question. Do you think he should be suspended?
Yeah, I do.
So you also think Buddy Hield should be suspended?
Well, what do they say? If you're going to do it to one person, you got to do it to the other. Like, it can't show favoritism. So it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is.
I don't think either guy should be suspended for what happened last night.
I don't think it should be a long suspension. I mean, a one-game suspension, whatever. You have to do enough to say something about it. You can't just let these things go on.
Okay, but if we're going to do that, Jay, we need to end all video games that have guns in it. We need to end all these rap videos or music videos that have guns in it. We need to end all that stuff because that's insinuating the same thing.
Movies,
well, God knows we've seen a crap ton of
movies, TV shows.
Haven't we?
I mean, come on, look at Alec Baldwin. I mean, he's dealing with a situation because he killed somebody with a what was it? It was a gun, but he shot him with, like, I don't know if it was like blanks or something. Not blanks. It was something, but it wasn't a bullet. But he still ended up killing the guy because of the pressure with the gun and stuff. But he's dealing with it. But we don't look at Alec Baldwin like Ja Morant. Ja Morant never shot his gun. He might have whipped it out and waved it and stuff like that, but he never shot it.
Wait, I don't give a damn. You know anything about guns? You don't point a gun at somebody. You don't.
Here's my thing. That stuff, the stuff he done before, yes, he should have gotten in trouble for that. But what he done last night is totally different. It has not. He didn't have a weapon. He ain't shooting nobody. He ain't waving a gun in nobody.
You know what they say? Once that reputation goes south, so does everything along with it.
Okay.
Let's put it this way.
Why do these other guys? Why do guys that get accused of rape and stuff still get to play in sports when there's women that could be in danger at those games?
Well, if we're gonna switch gears, I don't think this should be.
What's the difference, Jay?
I don't think this should be.
I think
you've got criminal activity.
If we're going to start suspending people for pointing at people, we might as well just not compete against each other, because in competition.
Oh no! I will tell you right now. I played football in high school. I played basketball, and I'll tell you right now, we've had some good street games. You know,
Mike-
and I ain't never pointed no finger at nobody like that in that type of manner.
So
I'm
so
sorry,
Mike,
I just haven't.
so Mike got a comment for Gonzo for Chris. He says the difference is is that Jao was caught up firing some kid on a court, touting his pistols on live and in clubs. I'm from the city where shit gets real fast. He knows better. If P Diddy started promoting baby oil. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Comment.
I didn't see that.
Mike, I ain't gonna lie, that's a good comment. The
No, I
PJ
agree.
reference-
The fighting with kids and that stuff. He deserved all that stuff. I just don't think you should get suspended over what happened last night. I think
I think a technical's enough.
Oh my God, fucking Mike. He tries to be serious, but then adds a joke at the end. Like, typical Mike.
Frankie, do you think he should be suspended over last night?
I honestly stand behind Chris on it. I don't think he should be suspended. It's an on-court thing. It's a celebration thing. I mean, if he did it to one player and another player from a different team did it back, you know, obviously they're friends off the court. They got to be friends off the court. But it's a back and forth thing. Mike is definitely right here. Fine, maybe. I would accept a fine on both of them. On both players, they should accept a fine. But a suspension shouldn't go down. There should be no suspensions. They got a technical foul. They didn't get ejected. You know, they know what they did was wrong. But a suspension, that's taking it way too far. If you're gonna suspend somebody for doing that, then we might as well just stop sports. We might as well just stop celebrating when you score a basket or score a touchdown or anything like that. Even for soccer people do that too. They might as well just stop it all. And like what Chris said, if it's a situation like that, then guess what? Stop buying your kids gun video games. Stop having your kids watch TV shows and movies with gun related things and murders and stuff like that. That is what, you know, can change the mind of a kid by growing up, is what he's watching and what he's playing. But for Ja to do it on the court as a celebration type thing, that's taken it way too far. And I think
I respect your viewpoint, just like I respect Chris and Tony's viewpoint. I also have my viewpoint on it.
Nobody said nobody said we didn't.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I will tell you, after working with juveniles and working in the corrections industry, it changes you a little bit on those types of things.
Jay, I worked in the correction industry as well, so you're not the only
I appreciate that. Hey, by the way, I appreciate you for doing that, Gonzo. Seriously, I have mad respect for you, man, because not a lot of people will go into a very unsafe environment and work that. So, mad respect to you.
I'm not gonna put up with. I'm not putting that up. Mike is wild today.
Mike, oh no, he didn't. Oh wow.
The fact that he was in 6th grade when GTA 5 came out just makes me feel old, because that's like insane that you were in 6th grade when GTA 5 came out.
I ain't gonna say
wow. Hey, here's to you, Mike.
He was in 6th grade when it came out. He's the same age as Austin.
Wow. Good times. Good.
Hey, GTA was wild, dude.
No, I've seen GTA games. They are extremely wild. I mean, there's like literally no holds barred on those games.
Yeah, my son's been playing it for a long time.
Yep.
See, look at that. Another parent over there.
Yep.
My son's been playing GTA 5. He's shooting people in the streets. He's going to strip clubs and stuff in the game. Watch, Chris. Your son gonna grow old and he's gonna be like Ja Morant, and we're gonna suspend him. I
never restricted my kids from movies and stuff. I mean, I didn't own guns. That was me. I never grew up around guns. I think my brothers may have had 22s for hunting for a little while. My dad never had guns. I didn't grow up around guns, but movies and foul language, I never worried about that shit.
That's really weird, Tony, because you're half cartel.
Well, that's true.
Well, it's like my son. I never limited that stuff, and well, one time I had to. That wasn't because of anything like that, but like no, we like GTA. I remember him playing that when he was younger, and I remember walking in there. I'm like, wow, you can do all that on here.
Mike, we had muskets. We had muskets back then.
We had muskets. We created
our
own.
No. Hold on.
But my son's
Tony had slingshots. That's how far Tony goes back in life. He had a slingshot. That dude was slinging rocks at motherfucker. Now, maybe I had a musket, but Tony's older than me. I'm pretty sure Tony had a slingshot. Matter of
Tony
fact,
was-
I'm pretty sure it was Tony that fought Goliath in the Bible, and he's still here. I'm just saying. He certainly has the size for it.
Tony was Dennis the Menace before Dennis the Menace even came out.
I did
Okay.
some slingshots.
See, I did some slingshots. Yeah, Tony over there. I did some sling. I built an ark for God. All right, I built that ark.
I was like, dude, you don't even know how to read a measuring tape, much less build an ark.
But I'm also not one of them people that like kept my son from watching movies and stuff or playing games. I mean, I went, like he said, he didn't do that to us. I never done that to him, to my son. And my son's 25 and he ain't had no.
Man, I remember those days.
Oh my
God. Fuck, he ain't ever been in any kind of trouble. So I just ain't one of them people that believe just because a guy makes a hand signal or it's on a video game and the kid sees it that they're going to go do something wrong.
Listen,
Yeah, I would say if you ask me, in this world, most well-balanced children or well-balanced people probably wouldn't. But we don't live in that kind of world right now. We don't. And Tony will tell you, we never had to worry about school shootings. We never had to do any of that stuff back in our days. Matter of fact, before they even had the internet, back when the Atari was around, we didn't worry about those days. But we don't live in those same societies anymore. And we do have kids going there and shooting up school buildings. Matter of fact, out here, and was it Spring, I believe it was, the FBI just went and raided this, I think it was a female's house, and she actually was getting ready to go shoot up a school out here in Spring, which is not, but maybe about 1 or 2 exits up the highway from me. And she was getting ready to go shoot up a school. So we actually was able to stop that. Again, thank you, first responders. I absolutely respect first responders. But we do live in an age where that kind of stuff does happen. We do live in an age where kids are influenced by things that they see, TV, video games, whatever. Now, I'm not here to ban anything from anybody or say what you should or should not have. I'm only here to say that we are in an age where influence of outside things carries weight with a lot of people who either A, are being bullied and don't know what to do about it, or B, suffer from mental disabilities. I'm just saying it happens a lot. But anywho, hey, Jay Ness, what's up, killer? I am kind of surprised. That's interesting. Wow. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, Jay, though, I was surprised it was a girl. You did have me on that one until I saw the name.
Hey, we had a girl here in Indiana here, pretty close to Muncie, that 8th grade girl, and she planned out stuff, and they got her before she executed it. And then she tried to say she was just joking, but.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris, man. You know, I mean, in Gonzo, I know you're in our age group. Now, Frankie's really the only true youngin on here, but even though his hairline says otherwise. But yeah, man, we live in a different world, man. We live in such a different world now, man. Like honestly, if I had a kid right now, I don't even know if I'd put him in a public school. I think I'd probably put him in private school if I could afford it. You know, it's crazy. But anywho, it's crazy. Ah, yeah. Minecraft, man, Minecraft is actually really good. There's a lot of good mathematics that's involved with Minecraft. Take that.
No, let's get out of here.
Whoa! Stop pulling your hair down to the side like that.
I have to. I don't want. Hey, I got more hair than Frankie though. I might not have as much as Tony does, but I got more than Frankie, because that's just Tony has that good genetics. I think he was using Bosleys for men before a Bosley was actually a thing.
No.
Hey, I'm losing my hair. Like Jay said, I'm losing my hair because of genetics. My dad is bald.
All four of my brothers was bald by 38. I'm the only one that's got hair.
That's because you got.
You must have got them good genes out of the whole thing.
No, it's not good genes. Be honest. Let's be honest. Tony was born back in the day of free love. He's got a different dad. We don't even know.
No, man, my dad had all his hair. I don't know.
I did hear that you were traced back and conceived at Woodstock. You know, a lot of people your age were conceived at Woodstock. I'm just saying.
What do you mean his age? Jay, you're like 2 years younger than him.
I know. I was conceived by the well, yeah. There's a lot. There's still some significant issues over my DNA and who I belong to. So I don't know. That's weird. On that note, fellas, it's been a hell of a good day in sports. Real quick, I just want to do some real quick highlights of some games. What do y'all think? What games are you guys looking forward to tonight? Whether it be basketball, whatever, football, or not football, but baseball. I mean, what games are you guys looking at tonight?
Obviously for me, I got no basketball game tonight, so my main one is tonight against the Diamondbacks for Game 2 on Prime Video. So I can't wait to see that. I think Carlos Rodon is on the mound tonight.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, I'm glad he is because he's on my fantasy team. I need Carlos to have a good game tonight. Fantasy. Yeah, the Rockets play the Jazz. Unless the Rockets just have a brain fart, we should be able to take that one tonight. So that one really doesn't really excite me. Pistons Thunder. That kind of does excite me a little bit because I really want to see what this Detroit Pistons team has. And I think that's a good testament to see, what Detroit's really about going up against OKC. So I definitely think that's gonna be a good one tonight.
Hopefully OKC whoops their ass.
And Knicks play Cavaliers tonight. That's gonna be a good game, I feel.
That could be.
Only because of the playoff implications. Like, could they see each other in the playoffs, right? I mean, now that we're getting how many games are we? I think we're good. 7 games away now from the playoffs, right?
There's like 6 games left, but I know Denver plays tonight. Who do they play?
I don't think Denver plays tonight.
No,
unless I saw that wrong.
Their schedule.
I can tell you, I'm ready to see it right now. They play Spurs.
I mean,
you're right.
They
got the 8:00 game against the Spurs.
So that'll probably be an easy game, but we need to keep an eye on that because let's not forget, Denver just came from a tough matchup against Minnesota last night. They went to double overtime. Jokic played the full second half, including the double overtimes that they went into, scoring 61 points. Keep an eye on that, folks, because if Denver does end up losing that game, I don't want to hear people saying, well, they were just too tired because of what happened last night, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yeah. Also, for me, I am looking towards this Astros and Giants because right now the Astros, like you said earlier, Tony and Gonzo and everybody, Astros are 2-3 right now, and we need to get this game under our belts to get back to 500. So, and this is a good team to be going up against. So, I am going to be paying close attention to that. I think Cleveland Guardians and Padres could be another good one. Tigers Mariners. No, that's not going to be a good game. It's going to be a shitty game. Red Sox Orioles. No, Red Sox are 1-4, so I don't think that's going to be a good game. Damn, I didn't realize the Red Sox were 1-4. Damn.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay.
My condolences. I guess the Reds weren't able to take out the Rangers. Damn it, Gonzo! I needed y'all to beat the Rangers tonight, man.
Well, they had to go up against Nathan Eovaldi yesterday, which helped me out pretty well. So I hope the Reds turn it around this time around because they don't got Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. So I really don't care. But I hope you guys get.
Well, now that game's already been decided for today. The Rangers beat the Reds today.
Oh, you had an early game? I didn't.
Yeah,
know
they had the early game. That's why.
That's what I was testing about earlier during the game.
Yeah. Do y'all play the Reds again? I mean, the Rangers again tomorrow, or?
No, we play we play Milwaukee. We go on the road to Milwaukee tomorrow.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Well, all I know is God, who is it?
Daddy.
Shit, I just had it in my head.
What's that?
Don't worry. Never mind. I had it in my head, but it's totally gone because my kids just keep talking to me.
Well, on that, I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. Gonzo, let's get out of here, killer.
All right.